if you want to actually raise your weapon skills. Maybe I'd have to look into it. I want to say the vanilla game definitely didn't have a respec feature, but I think maybe the Spacer Choice version might because it goes all the way up to level 99. It's just really hard to get that high because, enemies taper off experience and you run out of quest eventually. Alright, sending out the invitations to people. Yeah, I hadn't gone live yet. I was just setting up, so. Oh, sorry. Sorry. That's. Did you see the thing I posted in general? Probably. His genes are probably cursed. I mean, yeah, and he's a direct descendant of the Pharaoh, so which means he inherited that hair down the line. Because the Pharaoh had the same hair. I want to say it was confirmed that they are reincarnate. He is Yami's reincarnation. He was supposed to have been Yami's proper reincarnation, but since Yami didn't reincarnate, he didn't fully get Yami's. So you are you familiar with how Egyptian afterlife works? Yeah, but they don't stay there forever. Eventually, their souls reincarnate and they live again to do the cycle over again. And we see that with Kayaba because Kayaba reincarnates. Because the high priest Kayaba is Kayaba. But anyways, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Stormer, Stormer Mia Plays, and let's. And of course, Dr. Blossom starts talking.
Majority of your mental capacities. Please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
Okay, Dr. Blossom, are you finished? Can I finish my intro? Thank you. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Stormer, Stormer Mia Plays, and we are back with some more of the Outer Worlds as the Dr. Shotgun, the Mad Doctor. And I did not have an apple this morning, so he's here legitimately and not against protocol. So what were you saying, Joe? Until he got tricked into... Well, to be fair, he's like... I know, it feels like he's like missing something, and like he's definitely kind of compensate for it. Like teaching alien life how to duel. I say if there is intelligent life out there, we teach it how to duel. Yeah. Let's check the vending machine. Doubt there's anything better than what I'm currently wearing. Ooh, that's 119. What's my current armor? 129 at level 37. That's 35. No, that's not going to be better than what I'm currently wearing. Now that advanced helmet, 36 with 124. 119 at 35. No, that's not going to be better either. What do you want, Dr. Blossom?
How in the aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, avoid it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
Ooh, good luck with that.
You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress, Ruth Bellamy, yes? One can't be too sure with so many simpletons around in the day-to-day. Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge such information with non-employees or personnel lacking security clearance level Spectrum Orange. Of course, if you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your murder-related questions, Mr. Inspector. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
See.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room. The door to the
You were talking to the wrong
sealed
character,
for
ma'am.
you need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
You are talking to the wrong psychopath, ma'am. You think a man who calls himself Dr. Shotgun cares about human life? I mean, I suppose, but that's not what he uses his shotgun for. Yep. Specifically because there's a human life on the way. Yoo-hoo! But I'm using a shotgun.
Something's bumming me out.
Damn! Did you see what happened to him? His limbs went everywhere. Interesting effect. It looks like the parasites cause them to explode when they die. Or perhaps it's the shotgun. We will have to experiment further.
What could that have been? I just wanted to make you smile.
What?
Don't you happiness? I just want to be your friend. Happiness. Did I hear some? What could that have been? You'll
That
be
is
happy
true.
again. Bumming me out. I just wanted to make you smile. The color you are. Good.
Hey, that's not doing damage though.
Got your tongue? Let me share my joy. I just want to be your friend! Thrown at me! Oh yeah, that's funny!
Based on the amount of gunfire I heard, might I conclude you found an alternative method of pacification? Please return for consultation at once. And do remember, unauthorized access of confidential Rizzo's information is a capital offense.
Sorry, what were you saying, Joe? I was listening to what she was saying, sorry. Yeah, you're fine. What were you saying? I don't remember, I'm sorry. She started talking suddenly again. She's really rude like that. That's good. It's always best to make money instead of lose money on a fight. And you're gonna do this for which month? For which enemy? Yeah. And he was like, one sword, slash, and his head just flew off his body. Yojimbo was kind of broken. I had to fight him in Final Fantasy XIV, and God, it was annoying. But he doesn't get to use his one-shot kill move, does he? And that, sure, that helps. Right, back upstairs.
Just who in the... Oh my law. It's you. Wait. What?
Yeah, I think I charged mine up earlier. I'll have to double check it later. But then again, I sit close enough to my TV that I can charge my controller while I play. So.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed.
Oh, mine's got 2.
This person is most definitely dead. But recently,
Mine's got
they
2.
were still alive.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Timeline discrepancy detected. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned. Timeline discrepancy matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
How's the Inquisition coming? I don't have a high enough hack. What's my hack skill currently? 60. Can I get that up to 65? We're looking to see. Stealth skills plus 5. Yes! We got it. Tests involving the parasite Iridium gigius, colloquially dubbed slugs, have produced astounding results. When compared against our most promising methods of producing a brain chemical dependency, the pheromone the slugs secretes just... you know what? This reminds me a lot of that episode of Futurama where they go to the Slurm factory. Yeah, I'm just gonna say slug. Sorry. Iridonium gigas. Shit. Yeah, we're not going to bother with it. Further tests will continue researching how much of the compound we can introduce to subjects and observe the effects. Despite our less than ideal presentation to administration, the product is pressed for 2 main reasons. As mentioned before, this product will produce the boozy feel-good stimulants with like no other, but more importantly, the pheromone's makeup is completely unique, which means there are no regulations surrounding its classification. The idea of a completely addictive product with zero law surrounding it would certainly justify any means. Well, look, it's Halcyon. Are you really surprised by now, Joe? Halcyon is a Halcyon is a space colony owned and run by boards
This is Dr. Blossom.
or by companies.
Iridanium gigaseous slug research report 1. Subject: a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board. But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff. Good stuff. Oh, whoops. Got some spectrum on the dissection subject. It's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. We'll figure it out later. Starting to see doubles, so I'm going to switch to working on the Gatling. Almost got the spectrum lock done.
Yeah, what I was saying was, Halcyon is owned by a board, which is made up of corporations, and these corporations chose to come out here because they can control everything, which means they regulate all the laws, they regulate trade, they control everything. So, unethical practices like this is to be expected, unfortunately. Yep.
Attention all personnel. Unscheduled pollinization cycle is about to commence. Please evacuate the orchards at this time.
Oh, great!
The
Wasquitos.
pollinization cycle is now in progress.
I know, right? Okay, I know where to go and what to do, so hopefully
Hardline
we will...
discrepancy detected nearby.
To yourself.
Hardline discrepancy detected nearby.
I can't hear you. I just wanted to make you smile.
Hold on. There was a... Is it this one optional? Use... No. Deal with the Wasquito swarm. Someone's in this Wasquito orchard. Find a way to stop the pollination cycle before you're stung to death. In here. No!
Caution advised.
I probably should have gone to stealth mode. Oh hey, finally! Health insurance.
Discrepancy detected nearby.
Well, I was hoping not to have to kill all the Wasquitos, but I had to kill a lot of them. Probably. But this isn't really the character that does that kind of stuff. Alright. I mean, that's fair. Also, I should take care of this other stuff while I'm here, too.
System alert. Security.
I was specifically asked not to kill those the drones if I didn't have to, so. While I really don't care, also at the same venture, I'd like to get as much of the money as possible. I want to say it's over here is where I can stop the lawful evil. Yeah, no, I'm following. No, in lawful evil, you follow your own code, don't you?
This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading, console non-functional.
No, because a pirate the example was a pirate captain would be lawful evil because they follow their own code. No, because okay, I could have sworn that specifically if you have a code and you stick to it no matter what, that was considered lawful. Whether that code was...
Substance contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners. Number 35.
Oh, that doesn't sound
number
right.
49. Number 240. Number 322. Number 314. And many, many, many others.
Okay, lawful evil is an alignment that describes characters who use a system to achieve their own personal goals. It could be tyrannical rulers who write the rules to suit themselves, corrupted officials, that's the example you were giving, mercenaries, undiscriminating soldiers who follow a strict code of conduct. Let's see. Apparently Darth Vader is considered lawful evil as well. Well, this is what I'm supposed to be looking at, but it's not. It's not doing the thing. Okay, maybe I'll have to come back to this one. How do I get down to... Ah! Okay, we got that done. Now, if this will just decide to let me finish it, we'll have the quest done. Let me try something. Sometimes in games like this, doing this will...
Analysis.
There we go.
This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the Orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide on purpleberry saplings, is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards. These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here. Chemical makeup of substance, 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
Alright, let's go report to the dumbasses. Wait, I thought they were... Wait, hold on. We recalled the mosquito swarms. Why are you still attacking? I'm not sure why they're still attacking. But you know whose problem that is? Not mine. Nope. Nope, not my problem. It's a problem for anybody else but Dr. Shotgun. Except I can't talk to anybody. Am I really gonna have to kill every single one of those mosquito swarms before I can turn in the quest?
Thanks for visiting. Now I'd...
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet? All right, let's hear the details.
See, a drink was spilled over the processing console, shorting it out.
Drink? I ain't never heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
Herbicide was mixed into the fertilizer, which ended up killing the saplings.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
I took care of the roaming exterminator Automex.
Huh. You didn't destroy any of them? Reckon I would have lost that bet. Thanks.
One less expense for you to explain to your bosses, Hathaway. Lucky you.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos? Of course. And what better way to do that than by targeting our pollinizers? They'd be a hell of a pain to kill manually. But if you set the mechanicals to do it...
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself. Well, yes, it's possible to manually start and end cycles in Hive Control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers. I won't hear any further slander. Let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it? You picked a hell of a time to lose your tongue over there, friend. I guess I can't force you to tell me anything, but the peace of mind would have been worth much to me. Right now, we of the orchards have to settle things with Slug. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Ah, what the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating. I knew you wouldn't let us down. Thank you very much, Inspector.
What? We still have to pay them? I know the admin, buddy, and he could... No. No, this all would reflect bad on me. I'll get you your dirty money. Bastards.
Level 35. Oh, I just found a really cute comic, Joe. Hold on. Barry is talking to Dawn. It's like, is that your Pokemon? And it's like she's holding a little girl. It's like, no, this is my little sister. It's like, Barry's like, can she battle? It's like, no, she just eats and sleeps and cries. And Barry's like, sounds lame. Why don't you trade her for a Pokemon? I did, but Mom said no. Man, that has such energy of like, sorry, Mom said no. What was the other skill I said I was going to start working on? I hope that's right. I don't remember for sure. Alright. We've got another side quest to take care of. Yeah, that's the Wilderness Checkpoint building. That's, I want to say way on, that's at the Wilderness Exploitation, I think. Let me just double check. Oh, nope, actually it's on our way back to... No, it's not. Yeah, that is at the Wilderness Exploitation area, so no, we don't need that right this second. Where am I? Oh, I am Orchard to Hotel? The high... Yeah, I'm over here, okay. Yeah, so it would be over here. Let's check out the other quest in the meantime. The pool where horror dwelt. I think I already... Oh, remember, we found traces of fertilizer in the pool water. Yeah, that's gross. Ah, yeah, fair point. For horrors, not yeah, I get it. That would be something you would be interested in, wouldn't it, Joe? Bum ba da bum ba da bum bum ba. Gonna do war crimes today. Yeah, we're less than a month until Avowed comes out. I thought I already investigated this. Maybe I didn't investigate that. A mechanical contraption for propagating chemicals inserted above through the pool water. Someone has scrambled to scratch the sensitive filters planting. Iron was here. Okay, so let's investigate the sun parlor. The parlor of the sun, if you will. Maybe I shouldn't be running around with... Oh, hold on. So since we're back in the civilized part of the place, let's put my outfit back on. There we go. Now we look more like a sophisticated gentleman. Despite the fact that we are in a psychopath. God damn it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I have the, I'm going to be doing Destroy All Humans 2 when Dragon Quest 3 is done, most likely. Fair point. We will have to see. Alright, so it seems Rizzo's has set me up with a rather straightforward task. Slug has an automatic mixer for their pool cleaner. If an automatic one would think it wouldn't need to be manually cycled, or yeah, if an automatic one would think it wouldn't need to be manually cycled, but I suppose I should be thankful it works at all. Instructions: mix the chemicals by cycling each vat, then use the console to create a compound once you have the desired combination. Not exactly building a terraformer here, but no matter how simple these things are, some people will still have problems. Good that I've been at this for so long as I have. Chemicals: chlorosol equals red times number 1. Material acid equals green, number 2. Bromantic oxalator equals yellow, number 3. Blue watercoloring, number 422, equals blue, number 4. And hydrogenid defoamer equals orange, number 5. Seems odd to store all these chemicals together. Huh? Hydrogenated. Seems odd to store all these chemicals together. Putting some of these together would render the pool much less habitable than some of the sulfur pits on Monarch. Perhaps that's why they decided to hire a professional. Beneath the entry, there is a note in a different handwriting. Any opportunistic freelancer that reads this should meet me on the hotel balcony. I have a business opportunity. Ooh, business opportunity for an opportunistic freelancer. I'm taking a... Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, cool. And you can see the different vats here. I'm guessing we're going to have to mix up a compound soon. Oh my. By the way, if any of these guys end up dead, they usually have several thousand bits on them, so it's very convenient when if a monster attacks and kills someone, just, you know, reap those profits. Or, you know, you could as well.
I saw you meander on out of the pool and into the greenhouse. Now you're here. Does that mean what I think it means?
Read your note. Suffice to say I'm interested.
Good. If you're interested in burying the pool, I'm interested in paying you.
Seems like easy money. I'm in.
That's great to hear. Or grand, as the Byzantines are so fond of saying. Not that I ain't one. There's a chemical mixing machine in the greenhouse that has more than a few volatile chemicals. Mix them and render that pool unusable. Anything that ain't a cleaner should do. Dump the mix into the pool, then find somebody in Slug and tell them you did it for Rizzo's. That'll get those damn bastards into some red water.
Alright, I'm off.
Dandy. Come on back once you've done your deed.
Let's go ruin the pool. Let's go ruin the pool. You can't really swim in this game anyways. Alright, let's see. VAT1 status is the brominating oxalator, blue water coloring number 42, and a brominating oxalator. So we need to change these up. So the correct cleaner is blue water plus Coruscant plus hydrogenate defoamer. Well, this is... hold on. Where's that book again? Alright, so what here is not a cleaner? Oh, the acid. The muriatic acid. The Chlorocell. And blue water number 42, I think. So we need red, we need yellow, and we need blue. We already got... we just need to change this one, I think, to red. There we go. I think this will do it. You've generated unknown compound. Hey, at least it'd be the right color. I mean, at least I got the color right. I mean, hey Mars. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Wait, did I mess that up? Oh. I lost sublight. How much reputation did I lose for that? Oh, only 2%. It's fine.
Pool's nothing but an acrid mess of concrete, I hear. Hope I'll hear the sound of Rizzo's heads hitting the floor next. Glad you got something out of it. All I ever feel is a dull ache in my chest. Here's your pay. Spacer's Choice thanks you for your contributions to future profits.
How much money did we get? Only 1,250. I feel like that could have been a higher payment. 1,250. Well, yeah, but I'm technically working for those individuals right now, so that kind of screws me over just a little bit. Oh well. Let's see. Okay, so we need to report to Administrator Ludovico. We could track down the Prophet of Profitability. I guess, yeah, we could go ahead and head out there. want to say there's another quest, though, I need to pick up before we run out there. But let's go ahead and do it. I think it'll be fine.
And I bet you believed how...
Da 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 da. Traveling music. Da 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 da. Oh, I bet you I can't actually go out there right now. Evan, remember cards tonight. If you don't show, I'll set a Raptidon loose in here with you. I'm kidding, but don't forget you here. I need help knocking Bay down a rung or 3. She's had me writing field reports for her all week. Botanical operations building cards tonight, Fritz. Can I go to that spot right now? I guess I can. So let's go ahead and take care of it. I think I hear people infected with parasites. Not you, though. Slug employee schedule under Cruise C Purpleberry Orchards and Connector Complex. Someone has scratched out a name and replaced it with Evan O'Connell's. Back to the Purpleberry Orchards. Between the hotel and orchards. Kind of peaceful right now, but that's not going to last very long, unfortunately.
A soft, sour candy shell around a sweet purple berry flavored center.
Yeah, this place gives me like Willy Wonka mixed with the Slurm Factory from Futurama and Nuka World from Fallout 4, all mixed into one.
Hey, Crew C, it's Amelia.
Ooh, achievement unlocked. Good listener. 10 points.
Listen to this. Come out to play. Law, he's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you slackwit.
So back to the hotel. This one's got me running all over. Yeah, that pool looks dangerous to even think about stepping into.
Black Hole Bertie hasn't...
I need to go downstairs by the looks of it. This is an interesting room to end up in. Not where I was going, though.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
I know, but you're not showing me anything to examine is the problem.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Maybe I have to go inside. I don't have the A2 room key. Let me see. Oh, hold on. I had it there for a second. There we go.
I've detected a structural anomaly within a 0.8 meter radius of this locked door.
I don't have enough perception for
This
that.
floor panel is 0.3 millimeters shorter than regulation length, suggesting unauthorized modification.
We're gonna need that key card. Alright, let's go see if we can ask somebody for that key card. It would probably be the person at the front desk, maybe? This is the grand ballroom. Ah, there's my friend.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
Nope. Okay, let me look it up. Oh, supposed to use it next to the loose floor panel. Whoops. It was literally right there the whole time.
I was
Holy shit. Crap, we've got more incoming. Other sprats. Apparently killing that parasite angered all the sprats. Oh yeah.
Discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis confirms this is Evan O'Connell. Analysis also confirms he is dead.
No shit, Sherlock.
Per additional study of this body's skeletal structure, the cause of death was head trauma. Further analysis indicates Evan's fatal injuries were sustained from blunt force trauma to the back of the skull, and his head collided with the ground. Respiratory analysis concludes Evan was not intoxicated at time of death. There there are traces of blood on Evan's hands, Inspector. Analysis concludes this blood is human, type A. Medical records indicate Evan O'Connell's blood is type O. Medical records indicate Amelia Stillwell's blood is indeed type A. Great work, Inspector. If you wish to question Amelia Stillwell, Slug's scheduling records indicate that she is presently on duty at the Pilot House checkpoint.
There are a lot of angry scrats down here. Well, you know what? I would be mad too if they were using me for, they had a bunch of dead, my dead cousins, lying on carts down here. Oh, Outer Worlds. Sometimes you try a little bit too hard to be Fallout. Okay, so Harry Potter is dead. Oh, thank you. Crap.
I just want to be your friend!
Or just wanted to make you smile! Rizzo's knocked me out far.
That's the whole point.
With caramel and key-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
That's kind of the point, so. He has a lot of fun as Voldemort, I feel. I kind of hope they get him to do the... I kind of wish they had gotten him to do the voice for Voldemort in the audiobook series, but they confirmed that none of the movie cast are going to be involved with that.
Inspector, you find my missing man?
You're not who I was coming to talk to. Sorry, I was trying to talk to the other person. Not yet. I will be back to talk to her, though. I need to finish. I want to talk to Amelia first. If the doctor does a job, the doctor does it correctly. Yes.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Physical analysis reveals this to be a crate of Rizzo's Spectrum vodka, based on bottle shapes and label types. Chemical analysis reveals that this is not a crate of Rizzo's Spectrum vodka, based on flavor notes and presence of excess ethanol.
Packed with Spectrum bottles of all colors, it looks identical to any regular Spectrum shipment. Someone clearly went through a lot of effort to replace Rizzo's branding. It's hard to believe that Slug isn't aware of the counterfeiting here. Sure, why not? The flavor is similar of old socks and damp candid. There's more of a little nauseating and definitely not a legitimate Rizzo's product. Can't be a scientist if you're afraid of licking things. Oh god. Why is it... Yeah.
Listen, I understand the lockdown. Really, I do.
Honestly, though, he should have lost his job for that. If it was actually urine. I'm assuming it probably wasn't, but...
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Don't tell me how to live my life! No, I'm kidding. Alright.
Non-slug personnel aren't permitted on the pilot house. Can I help you with something?
You need to ask you a question regarding your coworker, Evan O'Connell.
Sure. He in trouble or something?
I'm afraid he's dead.
You're kidding! Evan's dead? That doesn't... I don't understand. Can I ask what happened?
Let's see. You tell me you're the one who took him to 8-2.
Because he got drunk on the job. He was supposed to haul crates with me, but he was sauced. So I took him to the hotel to sleep it off. Left him on one of the beds in A2. He seemed fine.
Let's see. I know there's more to this story.
Why would you think that?
Because of the blood I found. You're type A,
well,
right?
Shit. You really are an inspector, aren't you?
Yeah.
I walked Evan to A2, like I said. And then, out of nowhere, he just came at me. One minute he's laughing and yelling about sharing his joy. And the next, he's choking the life out of me. Grinned the whole time he was trying to kill me, too.
How'd you get away?
Dumb luck, I guess. I got a good hit in, threw him off, and ran like hell. If I'd known the fall killed him, I don't know. I should have told someone.
Got a few more questions.
What do you want to know?
See, I found slugs on Evan's body, big ones. Any idea what that's about?
I can't help you there.
If Evan was a victim in all this, we owe it to him to find out what happened.
Have you been to Purpleberry Orchards, Inspector? Awfully nice out there. You should visit.
Yeah, I have been out there. Thanks for the tip.
Anytime. Law, this is making less and less sense. I didn't actually see him drink, if that's what you're asking. Just seemed like the logical explanation, considering how weird he was acting.
Weird how?
Real energetic, but also totally out of it. He was grinning like a fool the whole time, even when he attacked me. I don't know. The whole thing shook me up something fierce, but I'm still here. I'm upset. Angry at Evan. Sad about him being... you know... scared folks won't believe me. I'm not much for math, so I couldn't tell you how that averages out. But thanks for asking. So, what happens now, Inspector?
You nothing.
But I killed him. It's my fault he died.
He attacked you without warning with the reasons he acted self-defense. His death was an accident. You're trying to get me to accuse you of murder.
Definitely not. I just wish I could understand why he did what he did. Evan is...
It was the slugs.
Was my friend. Or I thought he was. I don't know. I hope you're able to make more sense of this than I can, Inspector.
Yeah, the problem is even to this day, I don't understand why the slugs. Like, they explained why the slugs, and I still don't understand why the slugs. I don't know why they thought it sounded like a good idea.
Rizzo's lemon flap. Flap your whole family tonight.
Yeah, I know, right?
Inspector, you find my missing man? Shit, that's fucking inconvenient. What happened? That hullhead. Oh, that's embarrassing. If he's gonna die and leave me short-staffed, he ought to at least have the decency to get mauled by raptidons or something.
Raptidons! Also, Evan was covered in slugs when I found him.
That's unusual, but I don't see how that factors in.
See me either, but you wanted the facts, that's what I found.
Noted. Just as I will note what you found in my report, which I intend to file, and then never look at again. Thanks for chasing Evan down and saving me some legwork. Of course, now I gotta figure out who the fuck's replacing Evan. A new day, a new pain in my ass.
Sorry, what'd you say, Joe? I was listening to her. You're fine. What did you say? Oh, my character didn't feel any need to. Had I done... Yeah, it was. Besides, they're gonna have enough trouble here soon enough as it is. All right, let's go report to the administrator. Yeah, this serenity is not going to last. There is some level of serenity here. It doesn't start out like dead money, but like it very quickly becomes dead money.
What floor would you like to visit? Next stop, the
we did dead money over the course of like 1.25 streams, so like we rushed through it fairly quickly because I don't like dead money that much. So confront the intruder.
Where? No. Nope.
What floor? Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Recording. Gotta be around here somewhere. Oh, sweet gibbering law. Where'd you come from?
Well, you see, when a mommy and a
just
daddy
get
love
back in
each other very
character.
much.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not what it looks
Sometimes when they hate each other very much.
like. Absolutely. My hands are well within your field of vision, and as you can see, I am holding neither weapon nor stolen goods in my palms. I seem to have wandered into the wrong premises. I have mistaken this penthouse for the Rizzo's Rangers locker room on account of my headgear cutting off my peripheral vision.
Uh-huh. Likely story. Look at my face. Do I look like I'm in the moon for your nonsense?
Not even a little. I am acting on behalf of Mr. Black Hole Birdie, the Holmeister, the Hack Attack. I don't have a lot of time, but Mr. Birdie sent me to retrieve a message. Something he recorded for Ms. Bellamy while he was off his kilter.
See. I've actually already found it, so what's the hurry? We've got time. Tell me everything.
It's extremely difficult for me to tell you no. In fact, I'm experiencing enormous mental anguish.
Good. I'm glad you're experiencing mental
Will you
anguish.
meet me later over at the pilot house? I swear, from the bottom of my employment contract, I will tell you everything I know about Ms. Bellamy's demise.
Not good enough. You're staying put.
I can't. I'm so incredibly sorry, but I can't. Please try and understand. I don't want to end up like Ms. Bellamy. Meet me over by the pilot house. It's the land complex with the big old engine that keeps us flying. I'll tell you everything I know, I swear.
You are lucky that I'm worried I'll break the quest if I shoot you. Which is why I reloaded after I shot him. Alrighty. That's right. Get out of here before I do shoot you.
I understand there was an incident at the orchards. The pollination cycle began without my authorization. Fortunately, you managed to save most of the hive. The wasp-ketos are essential to the orchards, you see. Losing them would have cost us months of production.
See, and more than a few lives, that doesn't bother you?
The orchards can be a dangerous place, but my workers understand the hazards. Something about this incident troubles me. The circumstances are suspicious.
Suspicious.
But let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Have you discovered anything?
Reach for a cigarette. The plot thickens, Administrator.
You have my attention.
See, Dr. Blossom is dead, murdered by an unknown killer.
That's deeply upsetting. Dr. Leora Blossom was an extraordinary scientist and a friend. We have a murderer
heavily,
on the loose, Inspector. As if the death of Halcyon Helen wasn't enough of a blow to our facility.
She was in trouble when I found her. The other workers had turned violent.
Her commitment to her NDA was admirable. I'll make sure to accelerate the payout of her death benefits to her next of kin.
That leads to clearly don't know who's behind her death. All I know is she recognized the killer.
Interesting. The Rizzo's family is a small family, Inspector. Most of us recognize one another. Still, any information is good information. It troubles me to believe Leora could have been murdered by one of our own. If there's anything else you'd like to share, you have my attention. Insisted. That's interesting. We'd scheduled a tour of the lab for Helen. Purely a public relations event to be held sometime in the indeterminate future. Then again, Helen and I were not well acquainted. I can't speak to her intentions.
See, what were you going to show her during the tour?
Little of consequence. We'd tour the grounds, pause at some locations appropriate for a portrait, let her shake hands with our scientists. Public relations.
She spent a little time at the orchard. She spent a little time at the orchard. I found evidence she was at a picnic.
A picnic? I don't recall approving a private social gathering at the orchards. I'll have to make a note of this information. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Was there anything else?
Let's see. Someone stole data from one of your terminals in research and development.
That's troubling, to say the least. Any transfer of proprietary data is strictly prohibited without my permission.
See, whatever was in that data had to be important. This happened just before the mosquito attack. Someone was trying to stop me.
Yes, I share your suspicions. Someone didn't want you following their trail. This feels like more than corporate espionage. Someone's playing with us, Inspector. And I have never in my life enjoyed games. Did you discover anything else? This incident at the orchards must be connected to Helen's murder somehow. I don't know how, but I feel it in my marrow. My apologies, Inspector. This case is under your jurisdiction, not mine. I leave it in your hands. When you're ready, I suggest a word with the hotel coroner. She should have finished her autopsy by now.
Let's see.
Why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in your room? I'm afraid I don't understand. Is this the lead-up to a joke?
No. I wish.
I don't know why there was a mascot in your room. The Grand Colonial doesn't offer that kind of room service. I think...
I think he doesn't know. That's a pretty interesting thing to say about Black Hole Birdie.
Such as?
Birdie convinced him to break into my room. You don't know about this?
I most certainly did not. My policy toward Eridanos is one of, shall we say, benign negligence. I keep my distance and don't involve myself unless necessary. In any case, let me apologize for this unfortunate business. I'm sure this mascot meant no harm.
I'll take your word
Was
for
there
it.
anything else?
All right. The man who chaffed. We gotta talk to Dr. Goodnight. Let's do that first.
What floor would you like to visit? To the lobby we go!
Crap, I scheduled that for way too late. Can I fix that? That takes me to Eridanos. I need to get upstairs. Where's the staircase? Oh, that also takes me to Eridanos. Oh, there it is. Yes. That's an interesting... Where did you see that at? Maybe Rizzo's research and development department? Halcyon Helen.
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
It looks pretty good for someone who just went through an autopsy.
Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, you know, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
Someone's obviously trying to poison Helen.
Almost certainly. Well, possibly they were trying to make her extremely uncomfortable, but I suppose killing her would also satisfy that criterion.
Let's see.
Conversations with Mr. Woolrich tend to spontaneously transform into monologues. You'll find him on the VIP guest floor. I'd best return to work, Inspector. Autopsies always whet my appetite, and all this talk of food is distracting me.
Right, I'll need to access the VIP forum or floor.
What floor would you like to visit? Oh, so sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
How do I get my old friend in concierge.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
See, any access to the VIP guest floor?
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
Let's see. Why don't we have a little bit of money?
Oh, how careless of me. Actually, that's not the only way I was careless. I just remembered you have VIP access rights. As a special guest of Slug. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
You know, it doesn't really make sense not to give the inspector access to every floor in the hotel if you're wanting the crime to be solved.
What floor would you like to visit?
Slug Guard, Rizzo's Ranger, Rizzo's Ranger. Phew. These are high locked doors. Glad I have. Excuse me, sir.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology. Oh, you wouldn't harm an old man at the end of his wits, would you? I'm confused, disoriented. I may have even soiled myself. Wait. If you're armed, that must mean you're not with the hotel staff. Oh, no, this is curious indeed. Who are you? And how did you get in here?
Name's Dr. Shotgun. I'm a ship's guest. I'm here to investigate the murder of Halcyon Helen. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time. That was a quote from The Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But, of course, I'm certain you already recognized it. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or
absolutely
so
not.
I've heard. I should think so. Signing things has always been a delight. I've even perfected the flourish on the end of the W. By the by, how did you get in here? The only non-staff individual cleared to enter guest rooms is supposed to be the inspector for Bellamy's murder.
I already told you I was inspecting the murder.
Oh, hello. Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me, back when I starred in The Marauder's Bane, the absolute picture of justice. Ask me anything at all.
Me? The picture of
I
justice?
might even give you a straight
Joe,
answer.
do you think he needs to have his eyes checked?
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was most explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've clashed almost non-stop about his slop preparation. He must have tainted my meal in retaliation.
You think anyone other than the chef would want to harm you?
None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff equally, and with the
Mars
level of respect that they deserve.
Of course. See, why didn't you go to the clinic for your stomach pains?
Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress. Oh, unseemly hardly describes the half of it.
According to the coroner, Helen was also poisoned.
How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
Helen wasn't killed by the poison.
Oh, that's very good to know. Perhaps the poisoner simply meant to incapacitate us both, disrupt the product launch. I couldn't say, Inspector. I'm merely an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Very well, then.
Level 36. Medical up to 100. I think that's probably where I'm going to finish that out at. Alright, I think this level... I mean, it would be nice to have some extra dialogue. Although better vendor prices would be nice too. Unlock ability to fast travel while encumbered. No, I think walk speed is the way to go this time. Yeah, we're going so much faster now.
Initiating banter protocol. Now simulating familiar and welcoming demeanor. Burbage 3001 is trained to recognize all board-approved actors. Greetings, fellow star. Your performance in Maverick Johnston's latest drama was memorable.
I forgot about that. Yes, I'm a star. Flatter me like it's in your programming.
Initiating sycophantic protocol. Generating random flattery table. Where do you get your inspiration? This unit would like to talk to you about your craft. This unit has been programmed to simulate envy. Flattery table exhausted. Sycophantic protocol ended. Reverting to default behavior. Grieving and despair. Oh, Halcyon Helen. You will be missed.
You knew Halcyon Helen?
Burbage 3001 was designed to disrupt Halcyon Helen's monopoly over the Aetherwave serial market. This unit's programming is based on Helen's most famous roles. Burbage 3001. Anything Halcyon Helen can do, this unit can do slightly worse.
Slightly worse? Almost sound like you got a motive for murder.
Now running shock and dismay protocol. What's this? Helen's death was a murder? How horrifying. Bring that killer to justice, designated authority figure. This unit has not yet completed its grief cycles. Randomizing despair tables. Oh, Helen, is there no justice in the world?
No, there's not. I can see you've had some work done. Who upgraded you?
Burbage 3001's programming is frequently upgraded to adhere to board-certified standards. The most
it looks like it's about to
upgrade
explode,
was
honestly.
Performed by Spencer Woolrich. Banter
of course
protocol
it was.
Exhausted.
Yep.
Reverting to default behavior. Grieving and despair. Oh, Halcyon Helen. May your atoms be commended to the Aether.
Well, let him go about his business. Yep. Hey Mars, how are you today? Did y'all get a bunch of snow up there? Yeah, I woke up and there was snow all over the ground. Why is there a cow in here?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Multiple discrepancies detected. First discrepancy. A woolly cow is present in this hotel room.
No
woolly
shit,
cows are an import species for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve and are incapable of affording upper-class accommodations. Second discrepancy. This woolly cow is dangerously inebriated with Rizzo Spectrum vodka. Alcohol sanguinization ratio exceeds recommended maximum.
What is the recommended maximum intoxication for a cow?
An accurate observation, Inspector. This woolly cow is suffering from symptoms
What is
consistent with a hangover. A brief survey of this area reveals that the most recent occupants were athletes belonging to the
Why is your
Rizzo's
cow
Rangers
crying?
Softball Club.
She's drunk.
Insufficient data. A brief survey of localized property damage, divided by the area of this room, yields the following estimate. This unit was likely occupied by every member of the Rizzo's Rangers. -1.
Does it not? Yeah. Ooh, very nice. What does that increase? Dialogue skills +5. Leadership, yeah, this is better, because this gives me +10 dialogue skills. Not that I use my dialogue skills very much, but still.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The charred fragments of a letter lies at the bottom of this wastebasket. Your observation is correct and quite astute. Someone burned this letter shortly after Halcyon Helen's death. Timeline is a single footprint, size 10, tossball cleat-sized. The soil in this residue contains a very high concentration of oxygen. Well done, Inspector. The weather monitoring station at the pilot house substitutes for a terraformer. The soil in his footprint likely came from there.
Right, I think we are done with this floor for the moment, although I think we will be back.
What floor would you like to visit?
Alright, let's take a look at our journal. Oh, I gotta speak with the chef, sorry.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%.
Turn the stove on.
Scan. Gaslight appears to have gone out some time ago. Chance of explosive combustion without gaslight, 0.01%.
That seems like a workplace hazard. How has Slug not caught this?
Searching Slug work logs. No work log found. Creating conjecture. Slug has likely not fixed this issue due to a lack of responsibility on the part of their employees.
Is this normal?
Most corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to company property. Slug, already unlike most corporations in a variety of ways, does not. That or the employees tasked with inspecting are shirking their duties. For shame.
For shame.
Yes? Are you here for the double rack of smoked sprat? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you'll have to wait. Oh, don't give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later. Actually, what am I saying? I can't do that. I'm booked for the next month. You'll have to make a reservation.
See, here to investigate Halcyon and Helen's murder. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You're the inspector? Here? Why? I mean, you may ask me whatever you want. I have nothing to hide.
Okay. Did you prepare all of Helen's meals?
Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important a guest.
See, Helen's last meal was poisoned.
Oh my law, this is the end, isn't it? My mother always warned me that the culinary world was too dangerous, but I didn't heed her warnings.
Too dangerous, guys.
Okay. I wasn't the one who did it, but I might have been mistaken when I said I was constantly watching Helen's food. Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal. Either one of them could have tampered with the food when I was fetching ingredients.
Okay. Alibi's a little thin here. Why should I believe anything you're saying? What are you so evasive about leaving Helen's food unattended?
Yes, but not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Our guests can be rather particular. Let's not talk about the incident with the Raptidon pheromone glands. It's always hard to say when Owens might be back. If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself. Otherwise, who knows how long you'll have to wait.
Okay.
Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person. While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the attention he gets from us. Though don't tell him I said as much. If you wish to speak with him, Mr. Woolrich can most likely be found in his suite on the VIP guest floor. He's usually there if he's not poking around here. I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. The kitchen security camera. It'll prove I'm telling the truth about everything. Constable Keene has access to the security footage in her office at the spaceport. If you visit her, you can figure out what truly happened with Helen's meal. Thank you for your understanding, Inspector. I'm sure you'll find the true culprit before long.
All right. We need to go in here. Never salvage out of order. Oh, I didn't really want to accuse him. Oh no, that's the security footage, okay. What? Yeah, about basically me saying his alibi was thin, but... No, I hadn't clicked on that one, so... That's the only one I didn't click on because, I don't want to accuse him. He didn't do it. Let me see here. So we need to go to get the footage and find Bellhop Owens. Let me try to orient myself so I don't go to the wrong place. Okay, so this is... That's a wilderness exploitation, so I want to go this way. So I want to... Let's just travel to the landing pad and work from there. Okay, so we got... Okay, Bellhop Owens is that way, which means that's the way I want to go to the spaceport. Assuming that I can access that right now. I should be able to, I think. That's not where I want to go.
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
Crap.
Just one of you, your friend!
Just wanted to make you smile.
See what I mean by the tranquility is being broken? They're already starting to invade the main hotel area. Oh, I can't go through here yet.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access and... Welcome to the Piraeus Spaceport.
Never mind, there we go.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Slug Light Underground don't like that much. Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm, draw!
Let's see. I love it when people threaten me. Now I'm acting in self-defense. If that's not like my character in a nutshell, nothing is.
No! Better take a look.
I am. These aren't slug. These are pretending to be slug agents. Sure. I get an extra perk point, and I get an extra 5% damage from my damage per flaw. So, let's take the better vendor prices. Thank you, Slug. Got a job for anyone with a ready gun hand and empty pockets. There's an inspector looking into the murder of Halcyon Helen. My client wants you to cross them off. Don't worry about subtlety. In fact, don't be subtle. Just make sure that once you agree to the job, you visit the rearmost bunk, put on the uniforms you find folded beneath the mattress. After that, feel free to cause a ruckus. Be sure to let them know Slug territory is off limits. The reward's 40,000 bits plus all the enhancing chemicals you could ever want. The Marketeer. Who's the Marketeer?
Greetings, non-criminally associated individual. The Rizzo's constabulary is currently not closed due to a sprat infestation. Bureaucratic processes are currently suspended. At present, criminal reports do not require paperwork. Please lament only in marked lamentation zones. Please speak clearly into this unit's recording instruments.
I need to acquire the Grand Colonial Kitchen security footage from your
All
archive.
requests for security footage require a nominal compulsory bribe. Is that acceptable?
Let's just examine your bit processing unit real quick.
Bit processing unit has been removed.
Yep, exactly.
Surpassing bit fee request. Funds will be requested from Rizzo's leadership with interest at a later date. Delivering footage. Thank you for your patronage. If you would like a wine recommendation to pair with that footage, please submit the requisite request forms. Is there any other assistance this unit may provide?
His name is Deputy Wine Taster. Your designation is Deputy Wine Taster. What are you doing in the constabulary?
Unit designation no longer Wine Taster. Unit designation now Deputy.
Do your wine tasting instruments double as weapons or
While
something?
potential lethality of unit instrumentation bears towards 95% violent utilization of equipment would void unit warranty. All Rizzo's constabularies must include at least one deputy constable among the pool of available Rizzo's employee candidates. This unit was
Yes, I know, right?
the most competent.
The robot doesn't even believe what it's saying. It's like, how bad does all of the other employees have to be that the robot is considered to be the most competent choice for to be the deputy constable? I know, right?
Unit does not have a favorite wine. Unit
is incapable of taste.
Of taste.
All right, then.
How may this unit be of service to you?
I felt bad for this unit.
Checking logs. Error. Informational limitations found. 2. Reciting limitation 1. Do not tell users about constabulary sprat infestation. We do not need to pay the health inspector's bribe. A third time limitation 2. Do not read informational limitations aloud, especially not to any of those void-damned snot-nosed guests, or I'll have you sold for parts.
I love Deputy White Taster. He gets to live. Oh, he gets to live. Unfortunately, I can't say the same thing about Colleen. Because she's already dead.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. An aberration in the expected timeline for this organic being has occurred. Behold, the body of Maria Keene, formerly the constable of the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. No signs of life detected. Maria Keene is survived by no known relatives.
Okay, perception, handguns, 45. Wow. These are small wounds. Looks like she was shot in the head and neck.
Excellent observation, Inspector. Multiple wounds located.
I didn't realize
in
my
the frontal
handgun
bone
skill was
and
quite that
between
high.
the clavicles suggest she was facing away from her attacker. Furthermore, the location and circumference of exit wounds suggest a firearm with unconventional ammunition.
I noticed some casing to the ground.
These
Ammunition.
casings are too minuscule for conventional small caliber firearms. Each casing resembles a lancing needle used for medical and surgical purposes.
Sounds like the Needler to me.
Yes, Inspector. These wounds and ammunition are consistent with the description of Halcyon Helen's signature weapon, the Needler. This unit's records show that the Needler was likely taken from Helen's belongings in the penthouse.
See, the needle was probably used to inject something, amplifier scan her
High
blood.
concentration of potassium chloride detected. Trace amounts of neurotoxin detected.
Potassium chloride, that would have stopped her
These
heart.
substances show the highest concentration near the entry and exit wounds. Cardiac arrest, rather than physical trauma, is the most likely cause of death.
Amplifier, make a note, find whoever did this and make them pay. We've seen enough, let's go. Well, Colleen, pour out a vodka orange for you. Also, steal that key card while we're here, just in case. I think I missed it my last time through here. What'd you say? Yep, exactly. Let me tell the... Ooh. There was a hack 70 there. Let me see if I got that. Yeah, I do. Constable, I know you don't need to hear this, but please be on your guard. Prior spaceport's technically outside my jurisdiction, which means you're the only representative of the company law in Slug territory. This is more than I can reasonably expect from you, but I appreciate it if you kept an eye on Cedric Kilcannon. He's looking for any opportunity to seize control of the entire complex from me, and you're keeping him in check. You are the first, last, and only line of defense between Slug's lawless hooligans and our project. I know you have dreams of something bigger than Eridanos. If this project launch is successful, its spectrum brand spreads to the rest of the colony. I promise you I'll find you a place where you can be happy for the rest of your life. You're a valuable part of the Rizos family, and I will look after you, Quentin. Alright, let's tell the constable the bad news, unfortunately.
Welcome
Deputy.
back. Hopefully, law-abiding individual. Engaging guilt-tripping subroutines. You haven't committed any crimes lately. Have you? Please speak
Engaging
clearly
guilt-tripping
into
subroutines.
this unit's recording instruments.
Constable Killing is dead.
Understood. This unit requires a moment to process this information. Information processed. Personal designation upgraded to acting constable. Thank you, law-abiding consumer. This unit concurs with your inference. Unapprehended killers are likely to continue killing.
Was it you? Did you kill
This
Colleen?
unit has been programmed to adhere to board law. This unit is incapable of experiencing murderous or unlawful impulses.
Alright, well, thanks for the
This
talk.
unit has been programmed to recommend a wine to pair with your grief. Wash away your sorrows with a glass of highly concentrated, partially fermented purple berry wine. Has a body richer than Byzantium's elite, with an earthy aftertaste redolent of mostly oak. Purple berry
Mostly
wine
oak.
coming soon from Rizzo's.
It's already
Welcome.
out.
Please speak.
Okay. Time to... Okay, thank you. Let me see here. So let's go in... Well, we can't talk to Cedric yet. But... Alright, we'll be back here. Okay, we're going to Prince of Tossball. I don't know if I can access the wilderness exploitation area yet. I think I need more before I can do that. What would it be like replaced with endless Nuka-Cola? Thirst for adventure at Nuka World.
I just want to be your friend.
Well, you are now that you're Ash. Don't you know? They say keep your enemies in ash, but keep your friends in even ashier. Isn't that a thing they say, Joe?
What the? Oh yeah. What was that? That's funny.
Crap, there's so many of them now.
What could that have been? Follow me out.
I just wanted to make you smile.
Oh, look here. I could use a new pair of glasses. Can't imagine.
Sir, we have hostiles. Why are you doing this? Right here. Crap. Where's the hostile? I have no idea.
Say, weren't you looking for a new hat?
Hey, you. Come
And
take
that
a look.
looks just like my old one.
Hey, you look like you need some stuff. Fancy watch? Spare cufflink? Single earring? You want it, I've got it.
Hey, D. Welcome to the party. I said welcome to the party. Sorry, welcome to the party. Is that better? Okay. We are continuing our investigation of the murder on Eridanos, which is also the name of the DLC that we're playing. Yep. Oh, it is time for my break, actually. I will be back in just a second. People. Alright, I've topped up my water, had something to munch on, and now it's time to get back to the action. How was that crimes?
You're sure he's not in the museum?
Even if he is, no one will think you dress the same as him on purpose.
Okay, is it the cats or your daughter or medicine? You had to brush him out?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Welp, the Rizzo's Ranger model is
Timeline
dead.
Discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. Rizzo's company policy clearly states that all proprietary mascots must exhibit signs of physical life.
Puncture wounds near his collarbone. I'm having trouble finding an exit
Excellent
wound.
observation, Inspector. Have you deduced a possible cause of death?
Firearms, not a conventional weapon either. The
Unusually
needler
small
again.
entry wounds indicate exotic weaponry. Closest approximations are 1. Incident involving a game of darts. 2. The Needler.
Same weapon that killed Constable
Now
Keene.
running flattery protocol. Excellent deduction, Inspector. Your logical faculties make my programming seem Paleolithic by comparison. Famously deployed by Halcyon Helen in Terror on Monarch. This weapon was responsible for executing the Chief of the Savages, played by Spencer Woolridge.
Amplifier, before we go, do you think he'd miss his outfit?
This unit is incapable of providing ethical advice. This unit is also incapable of answering rhetorical questions.
I'll take his things. It's potential evidence, yeah. If anyone's watching, reach down and remove the mascot's gear.
This empty bottle of spirits does not belong to any known corporate brand. Suspicious residue detected.
High concentration of ethanol. Someone's brewing moonshine with anesthetics.
Excellent deduction, Inspector. Imbibing of unauthorized beverages is strictly prohibited under Rizzo's company law. Ingredients include antiseptic alcohol, sucrose, and unidentifiable miscellaneous organic material. Closest match. Counterfeit spirits available at the Piraeus spaceport.
We are assembling the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle here. And as someone who's played this DLC before, I'll tell you the answer is like way out in the left field. Whew. Yeah, I hear your kitty getting a little disruptive with you there. Yeah. He doesn't want to be flicked again. He's like, Mother, how could you? You've betrayed me. Mother! Apparently just growl at you, yeah. You?
What do you want?
Hey, you're Black Hole Birdie, right?
Not so loud! How'd you know it was me?
Let's see, sorry, should I not have?
That's what the disguise is for. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto.
It's incognito. Very nice hat. Your disguise is a sprat in a wig. Oh man, you think these people don't recognize you?
Oh, yeah, I guess it's kinda neato. Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing.
See, maybe I can help. I was hired to solve Helen's murder.
Oh, so you're the inspector. Hope you have more luck figuring things out than me.
If I don't, we have a
Probably want to ask me
problem.
some questions, huh? I'm sure you're asking everybody questions, so you can find Helen's killer. So, how do I help?
What were you doing the night Helen died?
I was getting blotto with the rest of the Rangers.
What?
You know, soaked, muddled, preserved, drunk. The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air.
Probably a good call.
We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow. There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her.
So the woolly cow on the VIP floor was your doing.
Wow! That's real clever of you to figure out. Helen would have liked you, I'd wager. Say, is the cow okay?
She's probably fine. Do I look like a woolly cow, Doc? You got the woolly cow drunk. Woolly cows are not supposed to get drunk.
It was wrong of us. I hope she doesn't have a hangover or nothing. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, because I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time.
Can anyone from the pilot house back that up?
I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping, right? She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I'm no thief.
Yeah. The hotel room he shares with the other Rizzo Rangers, and the cow was dangerously inebriated.
Sure did. Only there was a guard out there who found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was.
So what'd you do?
Long story short, I got out of there. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3, and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone.
Well, I know you weren't sprinting for the Sunday zone. Where'd you go?
I didn't know where I was going, but my legs took me straight to my friend's... to my... fridge-rator.
Birdie! Come on, man. Who was it?
I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble.
Birdie, I have a shotgun.
Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
Okay, thanks. I'll follow up with Auric. Your bookie, murders, confident, secret paramour.
That sounds like a good idea. So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
Sure you will. Isn't that a beer you're drinking?
Oh, I mean the hard stuff. Beer doesn't count. Anyway, you ought to take Helen's data pad. Maybe you'll have better luck understanding her notes. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing. Okay. And listen, I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it could be handy to have a guy like me around. in case anybody gives you trouble.
See, sorry, Bernie's better you don't get involved.
I get it. I'll head back to the
Also,
Grand Colonial.
here's the thing that concerns me.
Unless
He
you
was
need
dating
me
her, but he
for
only
anything
refers
else?
to her as Helen. He never refers to her as Ruth Bellamy, which is what her real name is. That is mildly concerning. Alright,
Hey,
Oric.
Hey there. You looking to unwind, friend? Maybe you're on your way to the bar for a good time? Maybe you're interested in something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick?
See. What are you selling?
The name's Oric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff. I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Auntie Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
Shut up, sir! You are wrong! You are sick and you are wrong! That sounds medically inaccurate. I'm a doctor.
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
I was never licensed.
Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
This is that line I've told you guys about. You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff. I'm like, and this is the one where I was like, what gave it away? My sheriff's outfit, my cowboy hat, or the big iron on my hip?
I'll be honest, I don't really know where that puts us.
Not here to bring you trouble, I just want to talk.
All right, fine. Yeah, I know Birdie. So what?
Let's see, have you taught Birdie some breathing exercises?
Yeah, that was me. Birdie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
Let's see, how do you know Birdie?
He may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. A little diluted mantis or essence here, a little vitamin B negative there.
Let's see, Birdie Hole has a substance problem?
What Birdie's got is a stress problem. He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph. Then you throw in playing tossball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to a body. It does things to the head.
Let's see, what do you mean tossball does things to the head?
Come on. Birdie's a damn good hacker, but taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know it's knocked a few of his memories loose. I worry about him, that's all. He's a good kid. Got a good heart.
Okay, was Birdie with you the night Halcyon Helen was killed?
Yeah. Damn shame about that. Birdie thought the world of Helen, you know. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
Okay, that's all for now. Alright, now it's time to report to Administrator Ludovico again. Because we can't really... Oh, I guess we could try to see if we can do this. I don't know if it'll let us yet or not. I don't get that reference, I'm sorry. Yeah, I never heard of this before. This is...
Have you seen the profit of profitability?
Huh. Well, yeah. I mean, sounds like something that would have been a half-baked measure at best.
Don't
You frown at me. Smile! On you.
Yeah.
I just want to be your friend. I just wanted to make you smile.
Well, Bellhops Owens is dead. Like, we didn't see this coming, unfortunately, because we obviously did. Could you make a second cat out of the hair? Was it during Joe's stream yesterday, or was it during my stream Friday where we talked about Goosebumps? We talked about Goosebumps in a recent stream. I feel like the plot of this DLC could have come from a Goosebumps book. All right. Like, since we're already here, we may as well do the Productivity Queen. Da 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 da. To the Wilderness Exploitation Center. Yes, you heard that right. It's exploitation. All right, we're gonna. It started as a zoo, but then they realized that it wasn't really gonna work as a zoo, so they turned it into an exploitation center where people can come to hunt. Saying if Rizzo's was a good company, they wouldn't do stuff like this. So it's like, Rizzo's is not a good company. Damn, this guy had a lot of. Hey, this guy ate a lot. This guy ate a lot of people. There's a. Can I get that? No, the Mega Canid died right on top of it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to shoot. A little bit of money. An Adreno, always, you know, nice. A little bit more money. Yeah, imagine you come out here for a day of hunting and you just find, like, all these people are just dead when you arrive. It's like, that kind of doesn't really, like, ingrate you to the hunting place, does it? Perhaps. It's a fair point. Right, the Wilderness Exploitation Center. I actually did a little bit of level grinding out here. Just because of how many enemies spawn in. There's a lot of enemies. Legal hunting supplies.
Hey, Gunther, I need to ask you something.
Who in the hell is Gunter? I told you to call me Hunter. Come on.
Oh, right. Hunter, have you seen a little mechanical wandering through here? Might have been wearing my hat.
I can't say I have. I can sell you a new hat if you want. Or some fine, legally obtained hunting supplies. You could go get that mechanical thief yourself.
She's not a thief. She's lost. I just want her back. Oh, hey there, stranger. Don't mean to interrupt your business, but have you seen a stray mechanical wandering about?
Maybe what's it look like?
3 legs, conical body, wearing a worker's hat, woefully unsuited for combat.
Doesn't sound like something that should be wandering around a dangerous reserve.
Well, normally I'd be inclined to disagree with you. Betty's a big girl and can steer clear of danger, but it's been a little too long.
I ever heard one.
Oh, I ain't no hunter. At least not in the traditional sense. Wrenches always suited me better than firearms. A mechanical under my care up and wandered off, that's all. I gotta get her back before anyone notices that either of us are missing. The shopkeep says I should buy one of his rifles and go looking myself. But like my machine, I'm not combat inclined.
I'll keep my eye out for any suspicious mechanicals.
Hey, thanks so much. It would have been mighty lonely without her. Being unemployed, I mean. Be lonely being unemployed. If you find Betty, try sneaking up and hacking her. If you can't do that, finding a way to stop her current routines should send her back
She's a robosexual.
Welcome to Hunter Legal's Legal Hunter Supplies.
Well, that's not going to be confusing at all.
How might I help you today?
See what you're selling.
Hunter Supplies. Get your Hunter Supplies.
Does he? Deadeye Assault Rifle 3. Tactical. What's my Deadeye Assault Rifle? Is it a 3 or is it a... Probably a 3. Okay. Halcyon Helen commits regicide. Alrighty. Let's roll. Over the wind and waves. Well, let's try to find the little milk mech first. You took it. Ow! What the hell was that? It's like I got attacked from like 6 directions at once. They're like, pow, pow, pow. I was like, what the? It was like, pow, pow, pow. Dun da da da, dun da da, dun da da da, da 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 da. Got shotgun. We've done a lot of shotgunning in this playthrough. Okay, let's tinker. Oh no, that's an assault rifle 2. I need to upgrade that to an assault rifle 3. Okay. No wonder it's been tapering off on damage. Thought that was weird.
Welcome back.
Interesting name your shop has.
Get your hunter.
I meant to go through his dialogue tree and forgot to do it. I'll do that in just a second. Let's see.
Welcome back. Unusual. This whole land complex is a failed wildlife exhibition turned hunting reserve. You can't go 10 feet without stepping in unusual. But I reckon you're asking about people unusual. I'd go have a chat with the prophet of profitability. Maybe she can intuit you in the right direction or something. But she is mighty far in the depths of the reserve. Perhaps you should purchase one of my fine armaments for the journey.
Interesting name your shop has.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. It is a perfectly normal name for a shop dispensing hunter supplies.
Do you mean hunting supplies like the sign above your shop says?
No, these are supplies for hunters. Hunter supplies. It works either way. It works either way. Boy, damn it. I wish I thought to get that sign switched out when I changed my name.
Is there really the best place for a shop?
Where better to sell hunter supplies than in the depths of the wilds? Surrounded by creatures that are just waiting to devour you. I've got an excuse, but the Prophet and her retreat don't. And they're even farther out. Prophet said I should gift her some rifles to improve my aura or something. I told her what she could do with her aura. Haven't spoken to her since. But you look like you're smart enough to not make the decision that she'll invariably regret.
Hey, I almost can't believe it. Betty found her way back. Here I was thinking I'd never see her again.
One Malfunctioning Mechanical as promised, she was trying to milk canids.
Oh, Betty, you big goof. What were you thinking in that little metal noggin of yours? You nearly worried me to death.
It wasn't cows, it was dog-like
You're
aliens.
the most reliable freelancer in the
But
colony.
yeah, we do need to get that cow
take a look at
milked,
Betty here
though
and we'll
I
talk
doubt
about
its milk's
payment.
going to be
Yep,
good
that's
for
right.
consumption.
Her parameters for movement and target acquisition are a mess. I'll bring her back to the garage and get her sorted out. Since Betty's
That's
back
true.
safe and sound, I'll be sure to let my coworkers know that you're a good one. Here's some money for your effort. Least I can do to show my thanks. Oh, I won't be turning my back on Betty again, believe me. Thanks again for all your help. You really saved us both from the edge.
I just got something called Utter Buddy, and I'm kind of scared to check to see what it is. Alright, so I would like a little more hack, I think. Alright, let's go take that rifle over to the workbench. Mag to power, oh yeah. That's already better and I haven't even tinkered it yet. Sorry, rifle, but you're being replaced.
It's Hunter. Hunter. Sakes alive.
Alright, ready to roll back out again. Trying to get me to do the main quest. We'll get to the main quest after we finish the DLC. That's going to be how we wrap up the series. Looking like it may be next week. Today's the 20th. No, the 19th. So the next stream should be the last one of January. I think. So because yeah, that would be the 26th. So then kind of hard to think when I'm being attacked. I don't really have a choice in the matter, unfortunately. Killing these mantisaurs.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis suggests this to be a variety of herbs. Herbs have been uniformly treated with a pungent chemical mix. Warning: ingesting, smoking, or inserting non-corporation sanctioned substances into your ears may be harmful to your health.
Into your ears. Why into your ears?
Side effects from extended exposure include dizziness, nausea, and unconsciousness. Additional likelihood of organ shutdown and/or death. Prior analysis suggests these herbs reach peak effectiveness when users burn them and inhale the resulting smoke. Whether or not this increased effectiveness is good for an afflicted individual has yet to be determined.
That's up the nose, I think.
Analyzing. Complete. Substance appears to be a mix of industrial solvents and various essential oils. Substances include woolly cow dander remover.
I was like, we gotta get a brain sample to just shove it up. It's just, that's what it feels like. It's like they're taking a brain sample.
Fruitful and productive welcome, brother. I had a feeling you would visit me. I offer a wide variety of productivity seminars. I hope you'll consider taking one. But I should remember my manners. To what do I owe the pleasure of the Special Inspector's arrival?
Let's see. I'm looking into the murder of Halcyon Helen. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Certainly, certainly. But first, I'd love to interest you in one of my productivity seminars. We'll free you of those potential hampering humors in a heartbeat.
Didn't Halcyon Helen say you were a hack?
Absolutely not. Any statements by Ms. Helen about us were blown out of proportion and altered by the media. In fact, she quite recently... excuse me. I seem to be remembering something that never happened. Whatever the case, I'm sure her speech about us was all a misunderstanding. With that said, I'd love to involve you in one of my productivity seminars. We should clear you of all those nasty, nasty humors hampering your potential.
See, you know, I've been feeling these type profit. I don't think it's for the time I got a murder to look into.
Yes, I understand the pressure of one's employment all too well. We've lately been looking into more ways to bolster the retreat stock of bits. But you needn't worry about how this little conversation is affecting my livelihood, brother. Please, take your time. I'm delighted to extend my desire to aid you, brother. How might I assist?
gonna ask you some questions about Halcyon Helen. Please answer truthfully.
Oh? I'm surprised. I wouldn't think the two of us would have much to discuss about her. We may have had some terse interactions before her death, which I most certainly regret. But beyond those, well, never mind. What would you care to know? I wouldn't necessarily say that. The media tends to exaggerate. I will admit that her remarks about my seminars were rather unfortunate. However, I certainly wouldn't sharpen any sabers over it, if that's what you mean to imply. I only do that when my clients skimp on their bills.
Yeah, I know, right?
I did not. She had no interest in my seminars, and I had no interest in attempting to convert a stubborn actress. Why would I have had any cause to engage with her further? Why, I've been at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve for quite some time now, as my disciples can attest. In fact, I haven't visited the Colonials since I arrived several weeks ago. Bad energies, you understand. I hope you now realize that I had nothing to do with Helen's demise. I'm pleased that you noticed. Excellent eye, brother. The compound they're treated with is my own invention, designed to unlock an individual's true productive potential when burned. I can't say any more. Trade secrets, you know.
They seem toxic enough to potentially kill someone.
None of my clients have ever complained, so I'm sure
if they're dead, they can't
safe.
complain, can they?
Is there anything else?
I'm sorry, do you wish to complain about the toxic chemicals that killed you? Dead noises. No, so no complaints.
Hello, welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's Private Prosperity
Lady, your hair is
Retreat.
shiny.
Stay positive, and soon all your humors will be balanced. Least, that's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, I'm Aaliyah Mason. I work as the Prophet's right-hand woman. What can I do for you? Oh my. Yes, this is important enough for me to delay my bi-hourly self-flagellation. Ask away.
See, the Prophet had some kind of feud with Halcyon Helen, right?
Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the Prophet was completely despondent. Even the hot coal walks weren't buoying her spirits as they usually do. However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose presence seemed to alleviate whatever the Prophet's fears were.
Who was it?
I'm actually not entirely certain. It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the Prophet quite a lot to keep things quiet. At least that's the only reason I can think of for intentionally keeping things so hush-hush.
You guys seen any unusual behavior in the retreat lately?
Well, by and large, no. But something rather odd did happen regarding the Prophet recently. A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the Prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day.
Where were you at the time of the murder?
I was here, at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the Prophet, who will, I'm sure, reward me for my sacrifice. Eventually. Certainly. Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. It's better now. I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the Prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and hours of meditation I do on a daily basis. But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. I'll do my best to be more chipper.
Do you know the Prophet well?
Of course. I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own, such as the quintuple
Do
daily
you know
stomach
the
purges.
Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the
She's
Muffin
promised me
Man?
that I'd be allowed to open my own branch of the retreat someday soon. Of course, I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on 4 years now. I'm sure it's gonna happen anytime now. If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, linger in your malaise no longer. We have all the amenities and practices for calming the ill humors strangling your potential. Sit for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out, or stand amidst burning coals and feel your productive inhibitions burn away. And remember, think positive. Positivity equals productivity equals profitability. Actually, before you go, I want to report something suspicious. I noticed the Prophet's dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after
Indeed.
that high-profile guest arrived. Normally, I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange. Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly human-shaped.
You sure it was a body?
I think so. Had the right size and shape.
Couldn't you have brought this information forward a little earlier?
I could have, but I generally don't have the time or energy to leave the reserve to contact anyone. Plus, there's always the
Fair enough.
possibility that I'm mistaken. The Prophet hasn't been herself lately, but if I misinterpreted the situation and reported her improperly, I'd ruin my chances for opening my own wing of the retreat.
Oh shit, I just walked right across the hot coals. Alright, let's go find this body. Yeah, so note to self, do not walk across the hot coals, they are actually hot. Hot coals are hot.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Semi-recent set of tracks in the dirt stands out from the dead leaves and those made by passing creatures.
Identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness. It is unusual for productivity disciples to wander more than a few feet from the camp.
They're not mine, are they?
Scanning. No. No traces of aether dust, blood, or dimethyl sulfoxide found. Judging by footprint depressions and shoe size, these prints were either made by the Prophet of Profitability or Adjutant Sophia Akande. Error. Recalibrating. These footprints were made by the Prophet of Profitability.
Yeah, saying Sophia Akande would probably not take well to us accusing her of murder on Eridanos when we're working for her.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
We've got a little bit of a distraction first. There are raptidons in the area.
Timeline description. Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours. Scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt.
Am I imagining things, or does it look like whoever was dumped here got up?
No sign of struggle or evidence of wildlife consumption of body. Suspected likelihood of user correctness, 86%.
Strange. Let's keep this in mind. So, what most likely happened, whoever got drugged here got up and walked away. And if it was Halcyon Helen, well, she wouldn't have been in a good shape too. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Just the footprints. Just the footprints. We don't need them.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
We found the body already.
Welcome back, brother. I'm delighted to extend my desire to aid you, brother. How might I assist?
You're not gonna like this, probably. Someone said they saw you dragging a human-shaped lump into your yurt.
Who said that? I'll be sure to give them a special seminar on not needlessly implicating the person who puts food on their table. It was a bundle of clothing, brother. Even productivity geniuses need to do laundry from time to time.
The dirt and print that I found outside suggests a heavier load being dragged, like a body.
I'd say that I have a lot of clothing, but I think you already know that we prophets only have a moderate amount of worldly possessions. I had a visitor, yes, but as it turned out, some of my productivity techniques were too much for them. I had to drag them out by hand. But their peers came and collected them shortly thereafter. I'm sure whichever attendee it was is perfectly safe now.
So you said you had no further interaction with Helen before her death, right?
Yes, that's correct. She made it clear that my seminars were of no interest to her.
Okay, saw the message from Helen on your terminal about attending a session.
Well, I suppose that does complicate things. Whatever the case, I didn't care to mention Helen's change in decision because she never showed up. I don't see how it matters.
I followed your trail to where you dumped something in the wilderness.
Oh, really? What did you find there? What did I dump?
There was nothing there, but its proportions, I'd say a body.
Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved. I admit it. I killed Helen. By mistake.
No, you didn't.
Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of productivity-enhancing herbs. I left her to meditate, and when I returned, she was dead. After that, I entered a less than coherent state. One of my disciples, it seems, witnessed me as I dragged Helen's body out into the wilderness.
Well, ma'am, you are not incorrect. You did render her unconscious. But you drug her unconscious body outside and left it where it got up and walked back to the hotel where she was murdered. You sure Helen was dead?
I'm no medical professional, but that certainly seemed the case.
Was that Conrad?
Usually my customers at least writhe or mumble after a session. My productivity-enhancing herbs typically do induce sluggishness, but I suppose they must have been enough to do
There's
her
another
in
Amblix down
if her
in the
constitution was truly that weak.
Apartment area near me. There's a bunch of like houses over there, and that's the third Amblix this week that's been over there. Did you shoot the body at any time?
Laws, no. I hate guns. If I ever wanted to kill someone on purpose, I would have used a blunt weapon. Nothing quite like clubbing someone over the head.
The wilderness, you didn't dump the body at the Grand Colonial?
Do you jest? The guests at the Colonial eat no shortage of strange things, but I think corpses are perhaps too strange. The creatures of the wilderness are much less picky. Besides, the hotel is ridiculously far. I couldn't have made it all that way without someone realizing I was dragging a corpse.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't think you killed anybody, certainly not Helen.
What? Is this some kind of joke? You're an inspector. It's your job to arrest me, isn't it?
You don't want publicity, I suspect. See, Helen was found dead at the Grand Colonial. She was killed there.
I don't believe you. I think this is all a trick. You're trying to catch me in a lie. Get me to reveal
my productivity secrets. Look, if Helen's body wasn't where you left it, she must have awakened and walked away.
No. Someone must have moved it after I killed her. One of my business rivals, waiting for me to fall into a false sense of security so they can strike.
Where they thought they murdered them?
No.
They didn't?
You can't trick me.
Yeah, but then they got
I
killed
finally
immediately
discovered
after.
What's happening. You've been paid off. Someone else learned that I killed Helen and is going to use that information to blackmail me. You think I'm going to let this injustice happen? Ha! Tell the constable that I killed Helen. It's 1,000 times less miserable than whatever my enemies have planned.
You're up the wall, not getting the deputy or anyone else to falsely imprison you. The constable's dead, but I guess if you want to be in prison, I can apply. You want to go to jail? I don't know where. sure I get paid enough for this job. I can't figure you out. I'll think about whether or not you should be arrested.
I can't say I'm pleased by being kept in the dark. I hope you'll come to your senses sooner rather than later, and have me arrested.
No, not yet. Soon. That's a unique headpiece. That's a unique headpiece.
My friend, there's no need for that kind of behavior.
I don't know why I bothered killing her if I was just going to pick it up anyways. It's not that great, to be honest. Not worth doing all of this. You get to live for now, lady. Right. Take... Her truth is the only truth. Facts serve no purpose in the pursuit of profit. I mean, that depends on how you make your profit, I guess. If you make your profit on writing non-fiction books, you probably need facts.
What floor would you like to visit? Next stop.
Dee, we all know you're not actually sad about the spider being dead. Just saying that if the spider had died before the base was raided, you would be my first suspect on the who killed the spider. I mean, like. Somebody in this room murdered the spider, and I'm pretty sure it could have been any one of us.
Inspector, I've just received word that Constable Keene is dead. Please tell me it isn't true. Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria Keene. There's a murderer on the loose, Inspector. You must stop them. I don't have Maria to count on anymore, so I'm counting on you.
Okay, whoever murdered her used the Needler.
The Needler was among Helen's belongings. Whoever stole it must have been able to slip in and out of the hotel. Maria was my sole representative in Cedric's territory. The entire hotel staff is on his payroll. Any one of them could have killed her on his behalf.
Was she important to you?
Maria devoted her entire life to our vision. She was absolutely committed to our company, to our project. I promised myself I'd reward her after we launched Spectrum Brown. I'd make sure she was comfortable for the rest of her life. She was also our voice of reason. She was sensible, and I appreciated her advice. I never got to tell her that.
Alright, let's change this up. The
What
topic.
can I do for you?
See, I managed to track down Blackout Birdie.
I'm pleased to hear that. Birdie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Birdie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
See, unfortunate and suspicious. Birdie's something of a character, but he's harmless. I feel bad for him. He didn't kill Helen. Birdie's done some reckless things.
Oh, dear law. Please tell me there wasn't another woolly cow
Another
involved.
woolly cow involved. Okay, so you know about the cow.
Yes, I know about the woolly cow. Constable Keene had Birdie's teammates arrested for unauthorized inebriation of livestock. Birdie himself was nowhere to be found during the incident. Ironically, if Keene had arrested him, he'd have the perfect alibi. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Birdie killed Helen?
No, I don't. I really don't.
I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to be absolutely sure. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation.
Birdie needs to be locked up just to keep him out of trouble. By the way, Birdie agreed to stay at the Grand
I
Colonial.
appreciate that. I'd rather keep Birdie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. If you're through investigating Birdie, I recommend looking into Cedric Kincannon. He's been entirely too comfortable since we began this investigation. I don't trust Cedric when he's comfortable.
I finished... Okay, see you later, D. I finished my investigation into Jasmine Levy, the Prophet of Profitability.
Ms. Leyva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The Prophet business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leyva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find?
I think she's a fraud and a cheat.
Ms. Leyva's techniques have no basis in modern science, but she makes bits hand over fist. If that makes her a fraud, then she's only as fraudulent as our corporate leaders.
Who are probably pretty
Does
fraudulent.
the Prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer?
Maybe she needs to be detained until I'm done with my investigation.
Arresting the Prophet could spell the end of her career. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report.
Okay. Okay, we'll add some more to hack. Do I want to continue boosting hack further? No, I want to continue boosting engineering further. And now, the hard part, I don't actually know what to take for the... Right? I guess this one's not bad. Get some more dialogue skills there. Alright, so now we need to finish our... We need to confront Spencer.
What floor would you like to visit? If you see Black Hole...
Please, can't you see my heart is bursting at the seams? I absolutely must go out. A quote from the Sisty Cutlet. I voiced a Sisty pig, aware that it was going to be slaughtered. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
Yeah, that's good. We really need a straight answer. So I've learned a thing or two about your activities in the hotel.
Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
I have security footage of you tampering with Helen's last meal.
Tampering? No. I just happened to be passing through the kitchen and saw a dish that looked good. If being hungry is a crime, you better indict 3/4 of Halcyon.
Yeah, that hits hard. So, quick question: was it you that wanted a predatory bile gland?
What? That damned bellhop promised discretion. Well, if you must know, it's an appetite suppressant. How do you think I keep my form so lithe? Terror glands keep me from feeling hunger pangs.
If the predatory gland was an appetite suppressant, you wouldn't be hungry if you took it.
Oh, well, there's... Maybe I just wanted to see what was in it. Oh, law. What a pathetic defense. As it so happens, I may not have had the terror gland acquired for personal use. I may have placed it in Bellamy's meal. But before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her.
So you lied about being poisoned.
Lie is such a strong word. But even if I had chosen to poison myself, the danger should have been minimal. Terra ray glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed to cause extreme lethargy, as if you'd inhaled several quarts of Spectrum vodka. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die, and even then it would be an extended, arduous process. No, really, you must listen. I wasn't trying to kill Bellamy. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling. With her out of commission, the next available celebrity, myself, would get to host the unveiling. Please think twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns the truth, what's left of my career will be left in shambles. Thank you very much, Inspector. And for what it's worth, I really do hope you find the true murderer.
Alright, let's see here. Alright, we gotta go talk to Cedric now.
What floor would...
You got an appointment? Appointment?
Let's see, hello, I need to speak with Cedric.
Yeah, that's why you're here. Appointment?
Let's see, no, but I'd like to see Cedric regardless.
No appointment? No talking to Mr. Kincannon.
Can I make an appointment for right now?
Not entirely out of the question. Convince me.
I don't have patience for this, I'm just gonna go upstairs.
If Mr. Kincannon doesn't want to see you, I'm not telling the guards to pull any punches. You're not allowed up with no appointment, unless you want to chat with some guards.
Well now, this is unexpected. I'm torn. I despise rudeness toward Eileen, who is entirely invaluable to Slug, and yet I do enjoy this bold, dare I say brash, approach you're taking.
I didn't know he had special dialogue for that.
Alibi, I assume?
I am. Let's first I want an explanation for that nonsense outside.
Another murder? Drunk Raptidons? Black Hole Birdie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me if it's one of those, or I'll just keep guessing.
See, I had a run-in with some Slug agents.
Sounds as though you've already sorted it out yourself.
I did. They're dead, if that's what you mean.
Perhaps you haven't sorted out as much as I'd thought. In short, Slug has not sent anyone to rough you up, Inspector. That would be acting against our own self-interest. Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs Slug gear and send them after you?
Clearly whoever's behind this wants to pit me against Slug.
Right again, Inspector. But I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation like that. Can you?
presumably Ludovico more than anyone, given your work relationship.
You said it, not me. So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. Still, I am sorry for the trouble, Inspector. With that settled, I assume you'll want to know where I was the night of Helen's murder.
Let's hear it.
Let's see. That night, I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
See, where would I find Elliot Nasir to verify that?
An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land complex. I'm not sure what happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. Maybe it dissolved? Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly, people.
See, so how am I supposed to trust anything you say? So your alibi is that you were busy murdering someone else.
Which, as I said, you should not trust. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive. Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune.
So Halcyon's death, or Helen's death, is a net loss for Slug.
I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. Still, that's nothing compared to what Helen would have made us in the long run. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I've a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid.
Is there anything I should look into?
You may very well want to. This particular trouble strikes me as not unrelated to your investigation. Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
Okay, what's the connection to Helen's murder? What's gone missing specifically?
Nothing unsavory, and nothing Ludovico shouldn't know about, if that's your concern. I'm quite serious when I say Slug is a legitimate business. As to the specifics, I'm not sure. The warehouse foreman should be able to tell you. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
Okay, I'll take the case.
I'm obliged. Though in the spirit of honesty, I fully intended to strong-arm you into accepting it had you declined. Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the field, chasing down leads. Me, scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator.
See, I feel like I should say no to a violent crime. Just unspeakable mangling in front of me. I commit my own horrific body harm.
Oh, I never subcontract out that type of work, Inspector. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but should she refuse to cooperate, shoot her. No, I'm joking. If she won't cooperate, tell me and I will shoot her. And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back on my account. Was there something else you wanted to discuss? Constable Keene? Now that is a damn shame. Am I right to think this wasn't a workplace accident?
This was murder, all right.
It seems murder is becoming an unsettling trend on Eridanos as of late. Thank you for informing me of Constable Keene's passing. When you find her killer, please be certain to make them suffer.
I intend to.
Good. I'll hold you to that. We may have been on opposite sides of the law on occasion, but we were not enemies. Perhaps it will shock you to hear her loss saddens me. Maria was a decent soul, and law knows those are in short supply around here. A little square, perhaps, in her dedication to the rules, but good nonetheless. I'm also saddened to have lost an occasional drinking buddy. She was quite good at cards, you know. No, she didn't. But let's discuss something else. Do you have other matters requiring my attention? The original incident? Well, I made him an offer he should have refused. An excellent deduction, Inspector. Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted Sublight to construct the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. I thought he would adore all the fine print I added.
So you tricked him.
Think of it this way. It was a test, and he failed. It was all perfectly legal, too, which irked Lou to no end.
I'm sure.
Power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with what should have been, has made sure to water it daily with his bitterness and anger. Such as?
A cursory fingerprint analysis shows this display case was recently opened or closed.
And lots of
The
fingerprints.
fingerprints belong to Cedric Kincannon. Confirmed. The grip has been modified for a specific wielder, most likely the rifle's owner. Additionally, the plasma rifle sights appear to have been realigned to better accommodate a shooter with slight myopia in one eye.
Oh, admiring my rifle. Had it custom fitted by a woman on Monarch.
Timeline discrepancy. This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
Short-range transmission capabilities. The receiver must be somewhere nearby.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location. Poor woolly cow impression transmitted. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range.
How long has it been here?
Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of dust particles present on the book's uppermost surface. The area within a 0.5 meter radius of the book possesses a dust coating comprised of at least twice the number of particles.
Not very dusty. They must have been placed fairly recently.
That is highly likely, Inspector.
What's that you found? No, wait. Don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case.
Hey, D, welcome back.
Timeline discrepancy. Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in this book matches the transmitter to the listening device found in Cedric's office. It's somewhat grime-covered.
No kidding. Any clues on who put it here?
Due to the high level of foot traffic in this area, this unit is unable to determine who placed the device. Based on the accumulated mix of sludge and detritus, the receiver has been present since approximately a week before Helen's death.
You. Go question Ella. Oh, we ain't going through that door.
Hi there. Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector.
I am, yes.
Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in. Have a look around, sir.
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boss Kincannon said you'd be by about the cargo that's been going missing. Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved any mysteries yet? Ever had to shoot a suspect?
Let's see. I call it close the case, and it's the best part of my job.
Case. Just like a real inspector. Right, so the missing cargo. How can I help your investigation?
See. What's the culprit been stealing?
That's the weird part. There's no pattern, far as I can tell. The thefts don't make sense. I ask you, who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the spectrum black?
Yeah, fair point.
Who'd be desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer's Choice saber, full stop?
That's a fair question. An idiot.
No one's dumb enough to think Spacer's Choice sabers are worth half a damn. Then there's the most recent theft, 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't decide which one's sadder.
I see what you mean about there not being a
Well,
pattern.
I'm no inspector. If there is one, I'm sure you'll find it.
Let's see, who has access to the cargo?
Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for a start. Thing is, the cargo is going missing before the shipments even get to the warehouse. Best I can figure, it's probably getting lost in the shipping yard.
Oh, nice.
As for who has
I ain't been to
access
there in a long time.
Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager. He told me it's mainly just the loading automechs that handle cargo.
Yeah, we had one in Louisville. Maybe that's a problem with the automechs?
Could be. Those things'll break if you so much as look at them funny. That's Benton's area, but don't bother asking him for help. Last time I asked him to check the automechs, the whole head told me he couldn't help because he was dead.
Thanks for the heads up.
It won't bother him any if you have a look yourself, though. Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined. Maybe they're keen on cashing out and want to go as painfully as possible. I don't know. Boss Kincannon's office is where he holds most of his meetings with important folks like Miss Helen. Just about all negotiations happen in his office, too. Vendor pricing, major purchase orders, rentals for construction projects, you name it. Oh, before I forget, I figured you might want to access my terminal, so I had a spare keycard made. It's all yours. Oh no, I forgot to delete all of those incriminating messages I sent about which cargo to steal. Nah, I do have a list of cargo that's gone missing, though, if that helps any.
She gave me access to her terminal, so we may as well take a look at it. Soda. Pin, soda. I'll never understand where you get the energy to care about this, Tinsley. I don't know what to tell you. Pretty much the only ones that handle any cargo are the automechanicals. You can come look at them if you want, but even I have better things to do than help you exact justice on a void damn pin thief. Ella, tell whoever snuck into the shipping yard and messed with the loading automechs to go to hell, will you? Those things break down enough as it is. I'll be damned if I'm going to haul cargo around myself. Yeah, she talks bad about Spacer's Choice, but she has a Spacer's Choice light pistol inside of her safe. Whew.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Inspector, this loading automechanicals programming does not match factory default settings. The standard defensive protocol has been modified to include an additional trigger.
Identify the new trigger.
There is a directive in place to initiate defensive protocol should an unsanctioned data log installed in this automechanical be removed. For Type K-19 cargo transport automechanicals, defensive protocol is triggered by attempted interference with cargo, or its transportation, or attempted destruction of the unit. Once triggered, defensive protocol targets the perpetrator and applies lethal force until the target has been deceased for a minimum of 3 minutes.
Wow. That's way over the top.
Slug automechanical maintenance records indicate this particular unit is frequently reported as out of position or missing for periods of time.
Loading automechanical unit K-14 is fully operational at 99% power. Please designate the cargo to be transported and its destination. How can this automechanical assist you?
Unlock.
Access panel is open. Please be sure to close the access panel when you are done.
I don't have a high enough engineering.
Ejecting data log 17C. Alert. Failsafe protocol triggered. Kill mode initiated. Preparing to end user.
Oh, damn.
Security actions.
Okay, well at least this time I know that I can prepare in advance. Okay, so I need 105 engineering. What is my current engineering level? It's 90. Oof, that's gonna be tough. What have I got for inventory, for engineering-based stuff? Well, here's engineering plus 5. Do I have anything for science skills? Sorry, tech skills. Tech skills will do, I think. That should put me at 110. Yeah, 105 is what I needed, I think. Okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected. Inspector, this loading automechanicals the standard. There is a direct slug auto.
Loading. How can this access failsafe successfully? Ejecting data. Apologies. This unit does not have access to cargo inventory lists. Unit enter.
Okay, well that's done.
Inspector, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Okay, so I've solved your cargo skimming issue.
Ooh, I love this part. The big reveal. So tell me, what happened?
So you've got a serious security problem.
What makes you say that?
See. Somebody bypassed the loading mech security system and rewired them to skim random goods.
Damn, you're good. Hacking the automechs. So that was our skimmer's game. But why? Everything that was stolen has seemed random. I certainly see no pattern.
The culprit didn't want you to. It was a cover-up.
A cover-up. I see. The random theft was a smokescreen to hide what the culprit really wanted. I must say, Inspector, you've done excellent work on this case. Then that just leaves how the culprit knew where their true target would be, or indeed, that Slug would soon possess it.
Hand over the receiver. I found this.
Am I right to think what you found in my office earlier was the other half of this listening device?
Sure was, and whoever this device belonged to, that's our culprit.
Not quite, Inspector. That listening device belongs to me. I lent it to Halcyon Helen to assist her with role research.
I get it. She died before she could deactivate the mech she hacked.
That, or she never intended it to stop. Impossible to know now. Unbelievable. I helped her. Gave her whatever she needed. I thought we were doing each other a good turn.
See. You helped her make money for Slug. You mean no good deed unpunished, Cedric? Corporate sabotage, perhaps?
I can't begin to guess at her motive. If it was to spit in my face, she'd be pleased to know she succeeded. This is a betrayal, Inspector. I do not take betrayal lightly. Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the dead, and that some other bastard beat me to putting her in the ground.
So dangerous talk for a man under investigation for Helen's murder.
Halcyon Helen is already dead. If I'd known Helen was stealing from me, I may very well have killed her, or had her killed. Alas, I did not.
Suppose not.
Again, I appreciate your assistance with this matter, and with the larger mystery at hand. I wish you luck with your investigation, though I doubt you'll need it. You'll find Helen's murderer. I'm confident of that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must find a way to excise my anger that minimally damages my business empire. I expect it will involve shooting quite a lot of guns.
Yes, I'm sure it will. Not like I'm planning a mass, killing at the end of this DLC. If I can get away with it. As long as it doesn't anger the board. That's the only thing my character cares about, because the board is the only ones who will support his unethical research. Well, that and other things as well. I think my medicine's made me nauseous.
Next up, the
Yeah, well, it's better than the sinus infection that I was building, so. But still.
Inspector?
Let's see. I've completed my investigation into Helen's poisoning.
Excellent. I trust you have a name for our poisoner.
Yep, Spencer Woolrick.
Oh, I am disappointed. I'd always believed Mr. Woolrich a man of high character. It pains me to order the arrest and detention of someone I admired. I'd like you to continue investigating Helen's murder. You've found the poisoner, but her killer remains at large. Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found.
See, I'm about to disappoint you. He's got an alibi.
Of course he's got an alibi. He runs Sublight Underground. He probably starts his day by preparing half a dozen alibis. With that in mind, do you think Cedric was responsible for Helen's death?
He was torturing a guy at the time of Helen's death. I can't see past that alibi.
Fair enough, Inspector. I won't try to influence your judgment any more than I already have. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. His line of work is dangerous, though. There's always a chance for an accident. Well, I'm
Alright,
glad
see you later, D.
to hear that.
We'll probably be done by the
I've
time we get
already
back.
lost
So.
Dr. Blossom and Constable Keene, but at least Cedric's alive.
I streamed 4 hours.
The universe is a just place.
Later. I know who killed Halcyon Helen.
I've been waiting for this. Tell me, Inspector, who killed Halcyon Helen?
Alright, now y'all ready for the mad doctor to throw his, the The throw, like, completely out of the left park. You did,
I
Ludovico.
beg your pardon. You think I killed Halcyon Helen?
See, please, I knew you were guilty the moment you called me. I interviewed everyone else. You're my most likely culprit.
I knew hiring you was a mistake. I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. I expect you to deliver results, Inspector. And if you can't withstand the pressure, then I expect you to resign. We're done. Your services are no longer necessary.
You sound pretty defensive, Ludovico. Got something to hide?
I'm defensive, Inspector, because I'm under attack. I am assaulted by your perfidious and baseless accusations. You're convinced I murdered Halcyon Helen. Fine. Show me some evidence.
I don't need proof. My instinct alone for. I forgot something. Wait here and I'll find the evidence. This entire investigation is a farce. I'm done playing along.
If you have no proof, then you have no case. And I have no further use for you. Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you over here right now.
Inspector, huh? I thought you said my services were no longer required.
Forget what I said. I'm renewing your contract as of this moment. Damn it. Someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
Alright. Level 39. Alright, so this is the point of the DLC where things start getting a lot more chaotic, so we're putting back on our armor. No, I was just wearing a normal outfit because I was just running around loose and free. So, alright, we're heading to Ludovico's place. The Rizzo's factory, which is basically like the chocolate factory of Rizzo's. You can see the different colored smokes rising in the distance, which I'm sure is completely healthy and not at all a hazard to our health. Look at that beautiful factory, Rizzo's Spectrum. Who knows what chemicals it's belching into the sky right now. Looks like we're not going to be going in there quietly. Well, the receptionist is dead.
Welcome, valued patrons, to our splendiferous source of spectacular spirits and sweets. Rizzo's is committed to bringing joy and happiness to our colony. Feel free to browse the various displays in front of you to learn about our humble facility and the wonderful products we provide.
I do admit, the colors of the Spectrum line is definitely pleasing. Reminds me of like the Velocity from Starfield.
Ah, I see you've stopped. Now that you've seen behind the scenes, I bet you're pretty thirsty. Well, not to worry. We have every flavor of Spectrum available to delight your palate. Please note that tour guests are limited to a maximum of 3 different Rizzo's flavor samples. All beverages must be consumed on the premises.
Yeah, because you're not actually allowed to purchase Rizzo's of a color that you're...
Stress, mild or damage to your sense of taste.
Okay, I think I need to go through this door here, which means I'm going to need to equip my tech skills thing again. Sorry, stealth skills thing again. I'm thinking I maybe went to the wrong door now. Yeah, I think I went to the wrong door maybe? I don't see how to proceed to the next section. Let's try going back outside and see if it directs me to a different door.
Gonna let no one through.
Be happy you did.
Maybe. Oh, you just want to be your friend.
Did Belle's friend come over? Or is she playing Minecraft with Skylar? Gotcha. Okay. Boom, chaos. You know, chaos is fine. Whoa, didn't see that coming. Look who it is, guys. Yeah. Yeah.
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the Administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, how are you still alive?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders?
Saw this coming a mile away.
Coming from anyone else, I might have scoffed. But you? I can believe you saw through my charade, Inspector. You are Sophia Conde's favorite gun, after all. I've heard about you and your ship, Hawthorne. You're one of the few competent people left in this colony. That makes us two of a kind.
Let's see. The corpse in the ballroom. I'm guessing she's a body double?
She was much more to me than a body double. Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda. Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price.
Minister Ludovico, a murderer and a coward. Why, I never.
Call me a murderer all you like, Inspector, but I'm no coward. I bloodied my hands to save this colony. I'd do it again. If it means defending Halcyon's future, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host. A bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again.
Then you rake an entirety profit for yourself.
You think I'm after the money? You're wrong. The only thing I want, the only thing I've ever wanted, is to bring joy to Halcyon. True, lasting joy. Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone destroy this colony's only chance at real happiness. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
No one I crossed off was innocent.
See. That was you in the lab. You killed Dr. Blossom.
Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile. A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement.
Are we talking about her or are we talking about me?
Wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy.
Okay. Let's see. How many people have you... I know you killed the Rangers mascot.
The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
You're being paranoid. I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us with those cold, dead eyes.
Cold, dead eyes? Found him rummaging through your things.
That doesn't surprise me at all. He was on Ludovico's side, just like the others. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that flackwit of a mascot, they were standing between me and Ludovico, so I did what I had to do. I went through them. She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to, but in the end, I was the faster shot. You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda. Help me put a stop to this.
Sorry, but this is the evil playthrough.
Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at real happiness. Think of the future, Inspector. A lifetime of bliss and joy for every colonist in Halcyon. We can make that happen.
Alright, Administrator, I'm with you.
Really? You're going to choose that coward over me? I misjudged you, Inspector. I won't make that mistake twice.
I've found out where Helen's storing her explosives. You need to find the detonator and defuse it. I'll guide you there. Follow the unsealed doors.
Ooh, level 40.
Forget about Helen. Head to and find that bomb. Somewhere nearby.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Help you find it.
This device has a blinking light for decorative purposes. It was intended to improve worker morale by making common objects around the facility more interesting to look at. No explosives detected.
This is a common...
Discrepancy detected. The pressure regulator on this barrel is prone to malfunctioning and may detonate with the assistance of an explosive.
Is that explosive on top of it?
detected.
My god, this place is a walking death trap!
This fuel canister is hazardous and may easily detonate with the assistance of an explosive. No explosives detected.
Of course, none of this stuff that's easily destructible has a explosive. What is it that has the explosive, do you think?
This device seems to have several explosives packed inside.
Oh, there it is.
Along with a remote detonator. Multiple explosives detected. Understood, Inspector. Please proceed.
The explosives were obviously engineered by a novice. You resist the urge to roll your eyes at the amateurish cable management. The remote detonator has a tiny switch easily detected with your training.
Successfully disarmed. Now loading applause protocol. Amazing. Bravo, our hero. You deserve a promotion.
Well done, Inspector. You saved my facility and my life's work. You have my gratitude, and before long, the gratitude of the entire colony. Unfortunately, Halcyon Helen is still at large. We're going to have to do something about her.
Okay, you have a plan?
Helen's attack made me realize I'm too vulnerable. I've concentrated all my resources in one area. Naturally, that's where she attacked me. We're going to have to bond our symbiotes with everyone in Eridanos. Every person in this complex will become a home for these creatures. Helen will have nowhere to strike.
If you have access to the atmospheric controls, you can infect everyone.
You're a step ahead of me, Inspector. Airborne dispersal. That's precisely what I had in mind. I'd always intended to use the atmospheric control system to disperse the symbiotes. The plan is untested, but theoretically sound. Head back to the hotel. Contact me via terminal. We'll discuss our next move. Yes, Inspector, you will.
Okay, we need to get out of here without getting scorched to death. Of course, then I get scorched to death anyways. May as well grab some more ammo.
Me? I wanted to make you smile.
I can't hear you laugh. Just wanted to make you. Just want to be your friend.
Yo, you happiness. Feels good.
Something's bumming me. Join us. You'll be happy you did.
I just wanted to make you smile.
What floor would... Next stop.
What's that? No, why should I be worried? Yes, I know Helen is alive. She's a discrepancy in the plan. It will be corrected. Nature abhors a vacuum, and the universe abhors discrepancies. Helen will be dead soon, and everything will be as it should be. Inspector, I didn't realize the transmission was running. Are you ready to begin the next phase of our plan?
Ready, let's get started.
I underestimated Helen, and it nearly cost me my station. I'm not making that same mistake twice. We need to strike back hard.
Okay, what do you have in mind?
Helen is still alive. She's still a threat. We need to outmaneuver her. We're going to bond every person in Eridanos with a symbiote. We're going to use Phaeton's system to suspend airborne larvae into the complex's atmospheric controls. Think you can handle that?
Half my life is throwing switches and buttons for people.
Head to the pilot house. Use Phaeton's control terminal to release the larval compound into the atmosphere. And if you cross orbits with Halcyon Helen, make her regret it.
Right.
What floor would you like?
Now, interesting, if you side with Helen, you can actually get her, you can actually pickpocket her unique outfit and her needler during the scene like where I was just talking to Ludovico, because you talked to her in that place instead. Also interesting, since we're not going to see it in this playthrough, you might be interested to know that Black Hole Birdie, who was dating Helen, was technically dating both Belinda and Ruth simultaneously. And when they get back together, they have a lot to adjust to the fact that he's now dating one person instead of two people at once, without realizing they were two people. Yeah, try to. Yeah, that one's kind of hard to wrap the mind about a little bit. So. Watch the skies, not all of us could fly. So that's what this is for. Okay, I was wondering. I think we use this to send out a antidote in my other playthrough.
So, you've sided with Ludovico, Inspector. You void-damned fool. You think I wouldn't know?
What the? What was...
Need cover!
What was that?
Cedric Kilcannon. Didn't realize we would become enemies, but I guess I probably should have known.
Greeting protocols suspended. All non-essential protocols suspended. Phaeton is standing by for larval compound dispersal.
Disperse the larval compound.
Unable to disperse the larval compound while the reactor is unstable.
Okay, what's your status?
Warning. Reactor unstable. Phaeton cannot disperse compound until stability is restored.
Okay, so we're going to end off here for today. I think we've gotten quite a bit of progress in. We are almost done with the Murder on Eridanos DLC. So we're going to wrap up next week and then launch into the next part of the main quest, and we'll see how long the story has left. I suspect next week could very well be the last episode of the Outer Worlds, given the route that we were taking with playing. But you know, we've had a good run with it, so, and I've had fun. So, looking at the calendar, let's see. So next week is the last stream of January, and then there's 2 streams before Avowed becomes available. So one stream I can dedicate to the Valentine's Day special. So instead of doing it on Valentine's Day, we'll probably do it on the 9th. Then the 2nd, I'll have to have a think about. We do have some Starfield stuff to knock out. So there's some new quests that are available that I was wanting to do, and I've started grinding up some items for a Pacific creation that I'd like to show off and upgrade my stuff with. So that's a possibility we could do as well. I may not be streaming Friday. We're going to be visiting some friends I haven't seen in a while. If I'm feeling better and stuff, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm hoping that we will get to hang out. And then if I don't get to stream Friday, I will probably do a 2-hour stream Saturday morning. So there'll be a thing post up about that. We will get some Dragon Age done, or not Dragon Age, Dragon Quest done sometime next week. I just don't know when it will be. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time. Goodbye, everyone. Right, and